pride. So when I say I really love it, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it. I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, God, I gave him a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Okay, now drop your bag, sass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. To these Billy Trump cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark. There ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I'm made it out of chunk, at least I know I'm up. Boy, thump, like my neighbor's jumper up a pum. Boy, I bump in that Billy Strong, he ain't know he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm pretending with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just suckin' my blood, they can love with it.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They start the drive with a give to Allen. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this is an offense that's number 1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
Let's go.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Allen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Safe back at the 38. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to get in the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Throwing is McCarthy. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. McCarthy off the play fake. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hawkinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Throwing to start the drive. Saunders. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Saunders. And his throw is incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Caught. It's Wilson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Jets sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length. Because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot. You know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Looking to throw McCarthy. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Second and 10. To the air with McCarthy. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for the first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Now Allen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now McCarthy. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Here's Allen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On the toss, here's Allen. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They stay on the ground with Allen. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Off the bootleg. Saunders. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that.
Under pressure, they got him again. Caleb Evans providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach. And
that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Try to lay one up deep. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Track at 60. Here we go. Sack.
Looking to throw. Saunders. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. In trouble, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits more. And stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you, and do it for myself. I was
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Hall. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. One more time with Hall. And again, they stop him behind the line. That is read well for a 2nd straight play defensively. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
70 Lions.
Back to throw. Saunders. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford it.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That is caught.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown to this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Here we go, set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Throw caught there by Willis. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
20! And all the way in! Touchdown, New York! Elijah Moore. 47 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So from the 37, here's second down and 3.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Addison will go in motion left.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On play action, McCarthy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 31 yards.
And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And check down, complete to Hall.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Jets.
Operating from the gun, Saunders. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
48 yards. Ground for him now on 9 carries.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Jefferson going to go in motion right.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a carry for Allen.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second and 9. Here's McCarthy.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. The Vikings send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Saunders.
That one taken in by Corley.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Back to throw. Saunders. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Saunders. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. This is caught inside the 15. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
That's good for another Jet.
Back to throw. Saunders. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Throwing is McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Third and 2. They'll run with Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 74 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Go. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Saunders. Able to find Willis. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets it underneath to Hall. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger. and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Allen. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Allen. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like every